The finish is pretty much done. As you can see, it's blue on the top and on the headstock. It's natural on the sides and then blue again on the back. What I did was I used Trans-Tint blue, and then on the sides here I just did some shellac to get it kind of a little bit browner color, and then I did wipe-on poly over the whole thing except for the fretboard. Fretboard stays natural. The last thing that we have to do, put all the hardware on and wire it up. And wiring it up is not the most fun thing to do, and I am not the best wirer in the world, so this should be entertaining. Luckily, through the magic of editing, you won't have to see how long it actually takes, but I'll let you know how much of a pain it actually was. We're going to make a template for the wiring. I'll show you how to do that. We'll wire pretty much all of it outside of the guitar, and then we will feed it in through the pickup cavities and the F-holes here. Should be loads of fun. Got everything laid out here, ready to go together. I did pick up some new pickups for it. I thought about doing full Gretsch ones off of Reverb or whatever, but they were a little more than I wanted to spend. It looked like about, 180 plus to get, close to 200 to get Gretsch pickups, and it just wasn't in my budget at the moment. These pickups were like 80 bucks, so upgrade from the standard, but probably not as good as the actual deal. I also picked up better pots. I got a new switch. This is the switch that comes with the kit, and it's, I don't know if you probably can't hear it, but it's got a lot of slop in there. You can probably it's the same switch that was on the Telecaster kit, and it was pretty terrible. So I ordered a new three-way switch. This one is similar to what you would get in a Les Paul or the like. It's the same basic principle, but as you can see, this one is a lot more solid. I was able to, in one of my other guitars, use one of these pretty easily, so I think that this will be a decent upgrade, and it was 10 bucks, so kind of expensive for a switch, but not too bad. The one that I have in the other guitar works great, so should be good to go with that. This is the bridge that comes with the kit. As you can see, the saddles, they're like a regular Les Paul saddles, but when you're using a lot of the Bixby, they're going to catch up in there and create some tuning issues. Could probably file them out to make them work okay, but I decided to do a little bit of an upgrade on the bridge as well. This is the replacement. It's basically the same style, except it's got rollers on the spot here where the string goes over. There were some complaints about not all the rollers rolling in the reviews, but these all seem to, this one's a little sticky, but honestly, it just needs to have a smooth section for the string to roll over more than anything. It's got a decent amount of travel for intonation, so it should be good. And so this was an upgrade piece for the bridge, and it was about 20 bucks on Amazon. The thing to remember when looking for your new bridge is to make sure that the post spacing is correct. You also need to look at the bushings that go into the guitar. This is the one that comes with the kit. I brought another bridge, a roller bridge, to replace it, but it came with that insert. So I was going to plug the hole and re-drill, but my drill press isn't big enough to accommodate the hollow body and the spacing, so I wasn't comfortable doing it with just a hand drill. So I ordered a different roll bridge off of Amazon, and it came with the size bushings that we need. This is the bridge that I initially ordered, and it seems to be. I would rather have used this one. It's got a lot of adjustment. It's also got adjustments here on the end to do the intonation a little more. But the posts weren't the right size, and I couldn't make it work. I downloaded the wiring diagram off of fretwire.com. I hate wiring, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to, so you can see the guitar over here, the normal wiring on a Telecaster or Strat or something is all right together in just a small little area. On this one, wires are going back and forth from the master volumes and tone here, and the switch up here, and another volume down here. So I'm going to use cardboard template. I'm going to map out where all the wires are going to go and punch some holes in the cardboard, do all the wiring that I can outside of the guitar, and then run the wires through. This is just a 12-pack of Coke that I split open and laid it flat, and we'll just cut it up a little bit and we will use it as a template. None of the hardware is really labeled, so none of the screws really have, they don't really show where they go. So we're gonna give this a shot and see what happens. Hopefully I won't mess anything up. I've got this all laid out and ready to wire. I made my cardboard template here. Got everything laid out. If you can see, I've labeled my spots. So I did this so that I could get enough slack to go back and forth with the wires. The pickups are in the middle here. The nice thing about these pickups, these are guitar fetish pickups, is they've got a disconnect plug. This should make it a little easier. And then normal wiring on the end. So these go somewhere in the middle here. This is the wire and stuff that came with the kit. I'm assuming that we pull these apart and just use them as we normally would. As you can see, they're just barely long enough, which is fine. You just gotta be efficient with your runs. I purchased some wire off of Amazon. This came in, I think, 10 feet for each color, and this is cloth covered. You just push it back and solder it. So I'll probably use this for the longer runs, and then the other wire for the shorter ones. And got some better capacitors. So we just need to get all this stuff wired up. Good practice to do is on these pots. scuff them up a little bit with some really fine sandpaper, just so the solder will stick to it. This is 320. You just give it a little, get any kind of dinchiness off, so that the solder will stick to it, because you're gonna have to ground things to the top. You're gonna have to ground a bunch of stuff to the top of pots. So we're gonna I'll probably just do this in a quick time lapse, because you don't want to see how long it's actually gonna take. All right. So got everything laid out here. The pickups, fortunately, they unplug from the bases here. Should pop right out. So now all we have to do is take all of this stuff here and feed it through the pickup holes to the marked locations here. I am not positive the best order here, so I'm just going to wing it and we'll give it a shot. I'll probably have to redo it more than once, but hopefully this will be somewhat painless and we'll get everything fished through into its right spot. Got it all strung up, it's in tune. The strings in the nut are super high here. This is I put in a new nut. The old plastic one didn't fit in there very well. So this is a decent upgrade for that. It's a tusk nut, and we're going to cut it so that the action is a lot lower. The best way to do it is to fret the string at the second fret here, and then see how much space you have between the string and the first fret here. You can feel it, I mean, you can look at it from a different angle, but so you basically want just a tiny bit of clearance. You don't want, they're pretty high on all of these strings. So I'm going to cut the nut slots down and make this a lot more playable. Got my fret files here. These are the strings that I put on. So I'm keeping the package here so that I can use. These are the gauges of the strings here, and then I can correspond those with the files here. So you're gonna want to cut the slots. This stuff is really soft, so you want to go slow. You also want to make a bit of a down angle. Don't go straight across, but actually follow the break of the headstock to have the strings sit in the slot a lot better.